Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Wednesday, July 5, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Chicago Cubs vs Milwaukee Brewers. Chicago has struggled this season as the Cubs are 38-45 entering Tuesday's game and are 7 games back of the division lead. Chicago is set to start left-hander Justin Steele, who's 9-2 with a 2.43 ERA, while in his last 5 starts, he's 3-1 with a 3.00 ERA. Against the Brewers this season, he went 6 scoreless against innings, allowing 3 hits and striking out 8. In his last start, the lefty went 6.1 scoreless innings against the Guardians. As a pitching staff, Chicago has a team ERA of 4.02 which ranks 12th. Milwaukee is in a tight chase with the Cincinnati Reds, as entering Tuesday's games they are tied atop the NL Central. This season, the Brewers are slashing .229, .309, .273 which ranks 29th, 25th, and 27th, while at home slash .224, .305, .390. Against left-handers, Milwaukee is slashing .218, .303, .352 while against the Cubs in 4 games, slash .246, .354, .315. Against Steele, Weimer and Miller are 1-2, Yelich hits .375 in 16 abs, Adams bats .250 in 16 abs, Contreras bats .250 in 4 abs, while Tellez is 1-9, and Caratini is 1-10. I am confident that the Cubs will win this game. They have a good starting pitcher in Justin Steele, who has been excellent this season and as of late. In his last start against the Brewers, he didn't allow a run and really kept their offense at bay. Milwaukee's offense has struggled badly this season, so scoring runs has proven to be difficult. Meanwhile, the Cubs are 8-7 as a road favorite, while Milwaukee is 6-7 as a home underdog this season. Chicago's bats have also hit Adrian Houser well, which adds to my confidence of the Cubs getting the win on Wednesday night. I recommend taking the Cubs ML at -165. With the way the Brewers bat and the way Steele has been pitching, I like the under 8.5 runs in this game. This season, Milwaukee is 44-37-4 in hitting the under while at home are 21-18-2 in hitting the under. Chicago, on the other hand, is 40-43 in hitting the under while on the road is 20-18 in hitting the under. Meanwhile, in Steele's last 5 starts, he's allowing just 1.8 runs per start and has been solid against much better offenses, so he should be able to limit this Brewers offense. Finally, Houser is allowing 2 runs per start in his last 5 starts, which is why I like the under. Take the under 8.5 runs. Toronto Blue Jays vs Chicago White Sox. The Toronto Blue Jays have been a decent offensive team up to this point, as they are 11th in the big leagues, with a .745 team ops, while scoring 4.46 runs per game. They have been able to get 2 base hits with regularity to get the offense going as they are 6th in MLB, with 158 as a team. Third baseman Matt Chapman has been doing well in his contract year, as he is slashing .262, .340, .459 with 11 homers, 38 RBIs, 42 runs scored, and 3 steals on 5 tries. Jose Barrios has been struggling a bit when looking at his baseball saving page, as he is in the 24th percentile in SBA. He has 4 different pitches with each of them being thrown at least 20% of the time. Barrios faced the White Sox once this season already as he won on April 25th. He went 7 shutout innings and allowed 4 hits with 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. The Chicago White Sox have not been hitting well this season as they are 25th in baseball, with a .696 team ops, while averaging 4.21 runs per game up to this point. They have been hitting for a decent amount of power as they are 14th in the sport with 99 homers as a team. Center fielder Luis Robert has been doing extremely well at the plate as he has a .912 ops with 24 home runs, 46 RBIs, 59 runs scored, and 8 stolen bases on 10 attempts. Jose Barrios has been pitching much better than Lance Lynn in recent starts. Barrios has a 4-2 record with a 3.05 ERA and a 1.16 whip in his last 7 starts, while Lynn is 2-3 with a 6.75 ERA and a 1.55 whip in his last 7 starts. The Blue Jays bullpen has also been much better than the White Sox bullpen. The Blue Jays bullpen has a 3.84 ERA, while the White Sox bullpen has a 4.69 ERA. The Blue Jays have also won each of the last 4 games against the White Sox. Based on these factors, I am confident that the Blue Jays will win this game. I recommend taking the Blue Jays on the money line. These offenses should be able to score well, specifically the Blue Jays against a struggling Lance Lynn. Diving into the previous 30 days, these lineups have shown the ability to hit, as the Blue Jays are 18th in the bigs, with a .249 batting average in that span, while the White Sox are 9th in the majors, with a .262 team batting average. The over has hit in 7 of their previous 10 games against one another, so go with over 9 runs here as well. Los Angeles Angels vs San Diego Padres. The Los Angeles Angels have been one of the worst-run teams in baseball in recent years, as they have yet to build a solid team around the megastar duo of Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, and after a promising start to the season, they've struggled in recent times, putting together just 3 wins in their past 10 games. In their past 6 games, the Angels have a 1-5 record, as well as being 2-12 in their past 14 games against the National League West, meaning that if they want to keep pace in their own division, they need to start building momentum sometime soon. On the mound, the Angels will look to fifth-year man Patrick Sandoval, who has had a rough start to the 2023 season, compiling a 4-7 record with a 4.57 ERA over 80.2 innings, coming off a career year for his ERA back in 2022. Over his last 4 starts, we've seen the best and worst of Sandoval, as he has compiled 22 innings with a 1-2 record, allowing 15 earned runs over that time, but in the win, he threw 7 impressive shutout innings, meaning that the Angels will need the very best Sandoval to show up if they want to win here. The San Diego Padres have been loading up their squad with superstars for the past 2 years now, but unfortunately, they haven't been able to translate that into success in 2023, as the team sits in 4th place in the NL West with a 3-7 record over their past 10 games. However, they have shown some fight in recent times, with a 4-1 record in their past 5 games at home, played against teams with a winning record, as well as being 6-2 in their past 8 interleague games, and after 2 impressive offensive performances to start this series, they've got some momentum behind them. Both teams have talented lineups, but the Angels have struggled to produce runs outside of Shohei Ohtani. In the first 2 games of this series, the Angels have been outscored 18-8. The Padres have a better lineup and pitching staff than the Angels, and they have momentum on their side. I am confident that the Padres will win this game. I recommend taking the Padres on the money line. While the pitching has a chance to take over this game, we've seen for both teams in recent times that the offensive output has been the catalyst for success, as the Angels have averaged just 3.4 runs per game over their last 10, and if they are to have success, that needs to rise, with the Padres averaging 5 over the same stretch, including 18 in the first 2 games of this series. For the Angels, the over is 10-4-1 in their past 15 road games played against teams with a losing record, and for the Padres, the over is 6-1-1 in their past 8 games against left-handed starters, so expect more of the same in the very hitter-friendly Petco Park on Wednesday. Keep it simple, take the over.